When our trusty housekeeper retired, she recommended Rose. Meeting her, I had my doubts. Ours was a big house to pit against that petite frame, those narrow shoulders. But her smile beamed wide as a white picket fence, and there was that lovely, pure Irish purr in her voice. Her fine-boned body had borne 8 children, half still in grade school. Having grown up Irish Catholic with 6 siblings myself, I felt at once affectionate and concerned. Somebody's always sick. Tonsils flare, collarbones snap, measles spread like gossip in a small town. How could Rose ever work 2 consecutive weeks? I hired her anyway. Sure enough, 2 weeks later, something came up and Rose couldn't make it. It would be the only time she canceled in the next 20 spick and span years. Rose was a month older than I, but when I was getting my freshman saddle shoes, she was emigrating to New York from a hearth-heated, lamp-lit cottage in the Irish countryside. She'd grown up with no electricity and no running water, unless you count how it ran from the skies in a ceaseless gray Irish drizzle. She was a living link to the lives of my ancestors and a loving presence in ours. She brought cleanliness and calm in a dedicated, cheery way, singing Christmas carols the year round as she worked. Will I polish the silver? The windows need it. Will I do them? They're calling for frost this weekend. Will we bring the plants in? It was Rose we called if we got caught in the city and our parking was going to expire, or Kitty needed feeding, or the dog needed walking. No trouble at all, I'm just up the lane. In the rare moments when she slowed, we talked of our families, of seasonal beauties, of the funny and the tragic in sweet, swift life. And no matter what happened in her family or mine, she kept looking forward. It's all good, she'd say. Sure, there were places we didn't dwell. One bumper sticker on her green sedan read, "I'm Catholic and I vote." Rose liked a little too much talk radio. A few too many cigarettes, her moment of zen puffing out into the changing landscape. I worried about the bleach and cleansers she liked to use. She had diabetes and an iron disorder that necessitated monthly blood tests. But mostly, it was all good. She instilled her own powerful work ethic in her children. Her strong young lads cleaned our basement, turned our couch toward the winter fireplace and toward the summer view, toted firewood, set and stored the outdoor furniture. Rose was determined, though, that no child of hers would ever clean house. She'd longed to be a nurse, an impossible fancy in her day. So she made certain all her 8 graduated college. Education, another Irish value. She brought that nurse's tenderness, turning down our bed, laying perfect match-ready fires in the fireplace. So it was a sad day when she retired 2 Septembers ago. Thinking of moving west near the children and grandchildren. Mike wants to move back to Ireland, but never, said Rose. It's too much changed. I took her to lunch, gave her a rose-shaped cross made of rose gold, and a poem I wrote commemorating her 20 years with us, never dreaming I would read it at her sudden funeral. Rose flew out to visit her girls and consider the westward move. On the homebound flight, her great heart gave out. When they landed, she was rushed to a hospital while Mike waited at the airport wondering why she hadn't deplaned. Her death was sudden, painless, no suffering, they said, no hospital stay, no long goodbyes. Spic and span, just as Rose would have.